Well, all that optimism over a stimulus deal getting through Congress is a little more muted today as talks continue to drag on. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi yesterday said she thinks a vote on a $2 trillion plan could still come before the election, but the chances of it passing in the Senate are quickly fading. Jessica Smith is with us now for the latest. So, Jess, what happened here? I thought we were pretty close to a deal happening just a day ago.
I think it's really the same issues that we've been talking about all week long. Speaker Pelosi did say yesterday that they were just about there, that they were almost ready to put pen to paper. But she also said the two biggest issues were still unresolved. And those issues were state and local funding and liability protection. So even though they were close, they were making progress, perhaps they still are, they had those really big issues that they have not been able to work out. They were supposed to talk yesterday, Speaker Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin. We have not heard from their offices about that conversation. We also know that they had been directing their committee chairs to start resolving some differences as well. So that could kind of slow up the process. But there is some reporting this morning that Speaker Pelosi is hearing from members of her party that House Democrats don't necessarily want to vote on legislation if the Senate is not going to take it up before Election Day. And that has also been a big problem with this. Whether or not Pelosi and Mnuchin come to a deal, there is a big question of whether or not the Senate will actually put it up for a vote and if it could make it through the Senate. We know there are many Republicans who are not on board with this deal. If there were to be a deal, it would be very tough to get it through the Senate. And just not only in differences of substance here, but we're really running up against a clock to even get it through the processes that it needs to get through in order to become law before Election Day. So looking pretty tough this morning.
Jess, if it doesn't get passed before election and it does get delayed, what's the chances that the plan could pass during the lame duck session?
I've asked this of a few lawmakers, and there are a few different lines of thinking when it comes to this issue. I talked to Senator Chris Murphy yesterday, and he says that he's worried that Republicans, in his words, would become deficit hawks again if Vice President Biden were to win. And in the lame duck session, Republicans aren't going to want to negotiate a deal. In reality, I think it all depends on what happens in the election. Do Democrats take the Senate? Do Democrats take the White House? There are so many questions here that affect how these negotiations might play out after Election Day. I think we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.